Hello, my beautiful ladies. My name is Kimbia and welcome to my YouTube. This is my very first video and I'm so happy to give you this content. So welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into some looks. So today I'm going to be doing a very African inspired look. I've always wanted to do this Africa face makeup, so I just wanted to do it to show my love and give my love to everybody in Africa that's going through some type of oppression. As a black woman in America, I understand how that feels to be oppressed and for people to not regard your life as valuable. So I just want to let them know that I'm praying for them and I'm here with them, and I love you. I love you, Africa. Let's get into this. So first, we're going to start with gluing down using my duo glue and gluing down my eyebrow. So we can lay this color on here real nice, real thick, and real cute. Okay, so yep, this is it. And now I'm just going in with some white eyeshadow and just kind of like, you know, making sure that's nice and matted and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna go into drawing the continent. So basically what I did was initially I printed out a picture of Africa and I kind of traced the outline of it, and then I broke up how I wanted to add each country in. And there are a couple different countries that are going through some things right now. We have South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Zambia, Nigeria, Guinea, Liberia, Congo, and the Ivory Coast. So I wanted to include everybody in here because I felt like it was unfair for me to just highlight what was happening in Nigeria. Because that's one of the biggest ones that are going around right now about ending SARS, and I felt so closely to it because of the police brutality we experience here in America. And as a black woman in America, I have a voice and I have a duty to be able to spread awareness for the injustices that are happening around the world to black people, because we tend to believe that these things just happen in America, but in actuality, black people are brutalized all over the world. So yeah, now we're going to go into this Benai Magic Cake Aqua Paint palette, and this is what I'm going to use to create all of the different flags on my face. So the first country that I'm going to be starting with is South Africa. The country gained a lot of movement from their hashtag #MINext. And it was sparked because of the rape and murder of Uyanene Moratana on August 24th of 2019. It sparked a flood of feminist protesters from the University of Cape Town calling for the government to crack down on gender-based violence. The sexual violence in South Africa occurs at an alarming rate with no justice served. The women of South Africa are unprotected and marginalized based on their gender. We need for things like this to change and for women to be safe. So I'm going to kind of blend in Namibia and Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, as I was filming, Namibia kind of got cut off, so you weren't able to really see it. So bear with me because it's my first time. So yes. But so next I had Namibia, and they gained traction from their hashtag Shut It All Down. So protest and uproar was sparked in the country, much like South Africa, because they're calling for the protection of women and the abolishment of rape culture. The brutalization of women in Namibia has become overwhelming and leaving the country in dire need of reform. So next we have Zimbabwe, and they have their own hashtag Zimbabwean Lives Matter, which we can directly relate to here in America because of the police brutality and blatant disregard for human life. Zimbabwe's human rights violations and media censorship of police brutality is at an all-time high, and The government has tried its best to suppress the rumors of police brutality in the country, but the people refuse to be silenced. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, civil servants are overworked and underpaid. The doctors and nurses are paid as little as $40 US per month, sparking a strike and leaving the Zimbabwean people helpless. Many of the people are in fear for their lives, as calling for change could result in being kidnapped, tortured, raped, and more. This is really a tragedy, and human rights should be a basic thing for anybody. So I'm praying that we are able to bring enough awareness to what is happening in these countries. So next we have Zambia, and they also have their own hashtag, End Police Brutality Zambia. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any information or any coverage on what was occurring in Zambia, but from what I could gather on Twitter, the people of Zambia are calling for the same changes as Zimbabwe, Nigeria, us here in America, and more, because they're tired. They're tired of being disregarded as something less than human. So now we have the Ivory Coast and Ghana, and their hashtag is child trafficking. So in the Ivory Coast, which is known as the cocoa capital of the world, children ranging from 6 to 17 years old are taken from their homes in Ghana, Nigeria, Niger, Togo, and Benin, and are groomed to work on the cocoa plantations or as sex workers. The innocence of the young must be protected, and the people are calling for change. Next we have Congo, and Congo's hashtag is Congo is bleeding. So Congo is known for their abundance in the mineral cobalt. which is used in making lithium-ion batteries, as well as the magnetic steel in phones, laptops, and more. Currently, 40,000 children are laborers and are working in inhumane conditions for $2 a day, digging for the mineral that will eventually be sold to larger companies such as Apple and Google for the production of their products. The Congo children are at the mercy of corrupt government officials and rebels who have robbed them of their innocence. This is a major problem, especially for Americans and a lot of the people in the Western civilizations, because we subscribe to these companies such as Apple and Google and HP and whoever else is purchasing these items from these children laborers. So it's important for us to raise awareness and come together to help give these children an opportunity and a chance at a normal life. So now we have the Cameroon, and their hashtag is called Anglophone Crisis. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a background so you can understand why the country is in a bit of unrest today. So currently the country is divided by 2 languages and are on the brink of a civil war. In 1916, Britain and France joined forces to defeat the Germans in ownership of the Cameroonian territory. Britain gained 20% occupation, while France received 80% of the territory. By 1961, the French Cameroon gained independence, while British Cameroon was deemed unfit to sustain itself independently. Therefore, the people were given one of 2 options: joining the French or joining Nigeria. While northern British Cameroon joined Nigeria, the south was left with the French. Today, the English-speaking Cameroonians feel they are marginalized and treated as second-class citizens, and are protesting to become an independent state, which they will call Ambazonia. Next, we have Nigeria, which is the most popular of them all currently, with their End SARS. So, End SARS is a decentralized social movement in a series of mass protests against police brutality in Nigeria. SARS, the Specialized Anti-Robbery Squad, is an oxymoron in itself, as they are associated with harassment of the innocent, extortion at gunpoint, and extrajudicial killings. On October 20th, 2020, peaceful protesters at the Lekki toll gate were met with extreme violence and brutal force in response to their plea for change, leaving many injured and some dead. This is something that we can directly relate to here in America, and I feel wholeheartedly for the people in Nigeria and all of the people in Africa, especially being that the reason why many of our American ancestors were brought into slavery is because they were dragged away from Nigeria. So a lot of us have Nigerian blood in us. Those of us who come from Caribbean descent or American descent, we have Nigerian blood. So we can relate directly to this, especially as we're fighting for the same thing here in America. So we're praying for you, Nigeria, and we're here for you. Last but not least, we have Liberia, which is also closely related to American history, as many of our freed slaves were given the opportunity to go back to Liberia. So currently Liberia is in a state of emergency, and their hashtag is Rape National Emergency. So protests have been sparked in response to increased gender-based violences and a lack of protection for the Liberian women. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the brutalization of women has increased by 50%. More than 600 cases have been reported between January and June of this year. The people, specifically the women, are calling for the government to help eradicate social norms and attitudes that perpetuate and normalize sexual violence and victim blaming in Liberia. We are praying for all of Africa. We are praying for the motherland. We are praying for God's wonderland. And it is unfortunate to see how this continent has been overly exploited and left in ruin. And these people deserve their rights. These people deserve to be treated as human. These people deserve to be treated with kindness and love. And as a black woman, I understand what it is to not be deemed as valuable. So I just want to let the world know that I'm praying for them, that I am proud to be a black woman. I am proud of who I am. I am proud to be a descendant of African culture, And I want to help raise awareness for whatever it is that you are going through, because you have been standing strong in your own fight, and while we fight for what is important to us as well. And that is a wrap, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning into my first YouTube video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have anything to add or anything to correct in this video, please go ahead and comment below. And please let me know where I can improve and do better. But thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all.